All right, getting things loaded up here. About a minute off, that's okay. Okay, so we are not live here. Not on Facebook, at least. There we go. Okay. We are rocking now. Had to make sure we were up and running. Yes, we are just a little bit late there. It's okay. Okay, so we'll get right to it. Good afternoon. Right now we're looking at downtown Rapid City, and doesn't look like a whole lot's happening. Whatever conditions you're seeing on the north side of town, Lowe's, Target, up on Rushmore Crossing, areas north of town, east of town, you're like, man, it's pretty bad out here. It's not nearly as bad as it is east of the Black Hills. The first message I'm going to give everyone is that if you have plans to travel east of the Black Hills, don't. Don't do it. Stay home. Very serious conditions out east of the Black Hills. We do have some light snow falling across the area. Actually, National Weather Service in Rapid City just reported less than an inch of snow in Rapid City. It's causing all these problems. A lot of areas around the Black Hills may be getting 1 to 3 inches of snow at most out of this snow squall that's pushing through. So, the interesting thing is that the interstate, in technicality, is not actually closed. There's a travel for no advisory, but even if you wanted to go on the interstate, even if the interstate was open, both westbound and eastbound traffic is at a complete standstill out in New Underwood. So here's Rapid City, right here, here's New Underwood. This is a very serious situation. You have visibility that's less than a few hundred feet, and we've had reports flooding in all morning, all afternoon, of cars going into the ditch. So our blizzard warnings have been activated here. Go ahead and pull that up. Everywhere you see an orange, those are blizzard warnings. That goes until 5 o'clock in the morning, Friday. So for those wondering, when's the interstate going to open? Will the interstate open? When will the interstate be passable? Right now, blizzard conditions look to continue now until Friday morning. That's what we're looking at. Butte County has low visibility right now. It took me 1 hour to get home from Newell. So people like, Joni, thank you. So the fact that the snow is moving on, the blizzard conditions are going to continue. Think about what happened last week with our blizzard. It stopped snowing for 6 to 12 hours at a time, and that's when we had some of our worst blizzard conditions. Our winds are expected to pick up over the next 24 to 36 hours here, and that's going to be a problem, not only for the blowing snow that we're expecting north and east of the Black Hills, but you also have to consider the temperatures, which we've been pounding the drum about since last week, that this was going to be a very cold week, and the winds are not helping. So I'm continuing to get reports, even as I'm sitting here, of just bad conditions all across the area. South Dakota Highway 34 between Whitewood and St. Ange, whiteout conditions. Multiple vehicles stopped at road intersections along the way. It's all bad. It's all bad. It is not good right now. across the Black Hills. Even though let's zoom in here. Notice the I-90 corridor. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. People know it's a blizzard warning. So everywhere you've seen the purple, that's a winter weather advisory for Rapid City, Sturgis, Spearfish, Piedmont, Whitewood. You go just east of the Black Hills towards Box Elder, blizzard warning. Box Elder, you're in a blizzard warning. That goes until Friday. Teresa says, we got 5 inches of snow. It is -5 below. It is 4 below. In Custer, yeah, it's really bad in Box Elder. In many ways, the situation today for areas east of the Black Hills is worse than it was during the height of our blizzard last week. That seems pretty unbelievable, but it's true. The winds, but this very, very dry, powdery snow. The air is so dry, even with this snow in the air. The air is so cold. These flakes, all you need is a little breeze, and they just go flying. And you got high winds skirting around the northern and eastern sections of the Black Hills. Look at northeastern Wyoming here. You also have winter weather advisories out towards Sheridan County. That goes until Thursday evening. Wind chill factors as low as 60 below zero. Winds gusting as high as 35 miles per hour. So the wind's not as high in northeastern Wyoming, but you're going to have blowing snow. It's not going to be a fun drive in northeastern Wyoming. Sheridan County, you're looking at 35 mile per hour winds and 40 to 60 below zero wind chill factors. Notice the Black Hills at western Pennington County, southern Lawrence County, the higher elevations of Custer County and Fall River County. You are not included in these advisories for winter weather advisories, but you do have some advisories for wind chill factor. It's going to be chilly in these areas. Let's go down. -11, 6 miles north of Box Elder. Thank you, Pat. -9 at Wall. It's way worse than last week. Yeah. Snow squall here in Green Valley. At one point today, weather station here had -38 wind chill. I believe that, Sharon. About our coal miners' husbands heading to Wright, Wyoming tonight. What's that look like? Yeah, so southern Campbell County, Wright, Wyoming, you're going to have some blowing and drifting snow. We're not expecting a whole lot of accumulating snow, if anything, for Campbell County. As long as he has a winter kit with him, he's safe, takes it easy, preferably getting home before nightfall. You should be okay in Campbell County. A lot of people traveling down to Denver this week. Check this out. You got snow squall warnings right now in Cheyenne, in Scotts Bluff. Snow squall warning, that's what we're basically going through right now in Wall and Box Elder. Snow squalls are no joke. They may be short-lived at times, but it's enough. It'll put you at a complete standstill, some of these stronger ones. You go down to Denver, there's winter weather advisories going all the way down the state from Fort Collins. That goes until Thursday morning. So if you can hold off, so if you got plans to travel to Denver, here's my advice. Don't take Nebraska. See if you can sneak into Wyoming and head down south, connect on I-25, and take the interstate as far as you can. Try and stay off some of the rural highways if you can, the less treated ones. These blizzard conditions for western South Dakota and Carter County, Montana, not to forget you guys, Highway Alzada, Ekalaka, you guys are in a blizzard warning. That may have a little bit of a different timeline. That's going to go from 11 p.m. Thursday. It goes until 11 p.m. Thursday. So this goes until Thursday evening. The rest of us, West River, goes until Friday morning for those blizzard-like conditions. Maybe cancel a little bit early if the winds die down or whatnot. Things do change in the forecast, but you need to anticipate at least through Friday morning that areas east of Black Hills are not going to be passable at this point. Again, the wind chill warnings, 55 to 60 below zero, blizzard conditions. You don't want to drive in that. That's the worst possible driving conditions. I'd rather drive through a hailstorm. My husband is stuck in Myrtle right now trying to get home to Rapid. Is he going to be stuck there until Friday? Lisa, it's possible. We may have a waning of, it's possible there could be some waning of winds, but that's tough. That blizzard warning for Murdo, this is south of Pier, yeah, for Murdo, that again, that goes until Friday evening, not just Friday morning. And it's kind of hard to put this into words, how dangerous this is if you get stuck. How cold it is, how relentless the wind will be, how relentless the low visibility will be, and people trying to come out to get you. Maybe a couple hours, maybe a long time. Something's wrong with the engine. Gosh forbid anything happens to the engine and you can't keep the car heated. You need a winter kit with you if you must travel. And there are people that must travel, that are saying, I must travel. A kidney dialysis patient, my grandmother's sick, I got to get to her kind of situation. I understand those kinds of situations. But if you're just like, oh, I had tickets to the game in Minneapolis, I got to go. No, you don't. Sell the tickets. Stay home. Sell the tickets. Stay home. It's tradition. We always go out to Wall and celebrate Christmas out there. A good Christmas tradition is not being stuck on I-90. That's a great Christmas tradition. Stay home. Stay home. I think by Saturday, the winds are supposed to calm down by Saturday. It's going to be much, much better, looking at much better conditions. Let's look at some of the future cast here. Oh, brother. I hope that news isn't true. Look at that later. So, wind chill factor. This is today, 3 o'clock, going into tomorrow morning. This is our future cast temperatures. This is not wind chill. -20 in Pine Ridge. And then we get to places like Thursday morning, -24 in Newcastle, -18 in Lemon, -20 in Ekalaka, -18 in Wall. And you got winds gusting up to 50 miles per hour with these temperatures. Wind chill factor is not a made up. It's not a made up number. What it is it is a classification. It has direct correlation to the likelihood of frostbite setting in early. The timing of frostbite. So the lower your wind chill factor, the less time it takes for frostbite to occur. Once you get to about -55, -60, that's less than 5 minutes for frostbite to occur. So that's dangerous. Frostbite is very serious. So is hypothermia. It can be really bad. It can get real bad real quick. It's not something you want to experience. Ask someone who's had frostbite, or ask someone who's had to go through hypothermia what that's like. Don't risk it. It's not worth risking it. Noon Thursday. Here's your temperatures for the middle of the day Thursday. -12 in Custard, -11 in Faith, -16 in Ekalaka, -14 in Wright. Cold. We don't need to necessarily see relative humidity. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for the winds here. So the winds are the big deal. So I had some people ask, hey, I'm in Rapid City. I'm trying to get home to New Underwood. Am I going to be able to do that? The winds don't necessarily go away. This is 10 o'clock tonight. Notice the winds are still sustaining at Rapid City Regional Airport, 25 to 30 miles per hour. We go forward here to Thursday morning. The winds increase. Actually gets worse with the winds. Sturgis. Areas western Meade County could see winds blowing out of the north-northwest, maybe even west-northwest, 40 to 45 miles per hour with gusts up to 60. This is where you get your really, really cold wind chill factors. Look at that, noon Thursday. Large sections north and east of the Black Hills. This is going to be the peak of your ground blizzard conditions is tomorrow, not today, and it's bad today. Tomorrow is expected to be the peak of these ground blizzard conditions. You're going to have sunshine. Just 30 to 40 feet above the ground blizzard, but that doesn't matter if you can't see the road, if you can't see where you're going. This is not a condition of heavy snow. This is going to be a visibility issue. You will not be able to see more than 100, 200 feet in front of your vehicle in some of these snow squalls, some of these ground blizzard conditions. Very, very high advised to not travel. Do not travel in these conditions. 1.5 inch snow in Brownsville. They can show. What will like be between Sturgis and Rapid tomorrow around 4:35? So, if you're the I-90 corridor between Rapid City and Spearfish is likely to remain open for travel, but you need to have a winter kit with you. Do not hop in your car with a t-shirt and a sweatshirt and rely on the heat of the vehicle to get you to where you need to go in case something happens. Make sure you are filled up on fuel if you are going anywhere. Make sure that you have a proper winter kit. That's going to be warm clothing, something to keep you warm, some food, water, believe it or not, water, yeah. Have all those things with you. Lane, it's hitting 40 mile per hour sustained. Yeah, it's getting pretty serious. Lane is in western Meade County. And that's sustained winds right now. Let's take a look at the radar real quick again. So notice the snow showers are dissipating here, but the blizzard conditions are not. That snow shower activity is now pushing off towards the east wall, getting eastern Pennington County getting some more of those snow showers. But Lane, correct me if I'm wrong, the snow is gone. The snow has moved on from western Meade County, but you still have horrible visibility issues just outside of Sturgis, if not in Sturgis. Yeah, Diane, hopefully the heat is good. Excellent. Several accidents on interstate, both directions from Wall. It may still be closed. I haven't checked 511 recently. So, according to 511, it is closed between Box Elder and Wall not because the state closed the road, but because it's blocked. There's so many accidents, you can't get through it. There's a pile of cars sitting on the interstate not moving because of accidents. So those folks that went out during this, they're there. They're not going anywhere for however long it takes to clear the accident, and how long is it going to take the equipment to get out there to clear that out. Don't try it. I had someone asking, hey, maybe can I take 1416 to New Underwood? Not advised. Not advised. If people are crashing all over the interstate, 1416 ain't going to be better. In many ways, it may be worse. There's less traveled. Highway 85. You're going north of Spearfish on Highway 85 to Belle Fourche. Again, if we want to look at the blizzard conditions here, this is Highway 85 north of Buffalo. Till 5 o'clock in the morning Friday, blizzard conditions are expected. Highway 212, no one should be on Highway 212 anywhere. From Belle Fourche up northwest of Alzada, you should not be on 212 out towards Faith, all the way to the Missouri River, North Eagle Butte, Gettysburg, Mobridge, Pier, Wall. Forget it. Conditions are a little bit more sane in Pine Ridge, Ogallala, Lakota County, but you still have winds gusting up to 45 miles per hour. You're still going to have blowing snow, and you are still under threat of being upgraded to a blizzard warning if these conditions continue to deteriorate. It's not good in these areas. And it could deteriorate further towards Todd and Tripp County, winter weather advisory till Friday p.m., blowing snow. Continues. Yeah, Jim, thank you. It's not a government-imposed closure. It's impassable. You could not go on that road if you wanted to. Obviously, there's an advisory for no travel. There's that. But it is impassable. You could not go out there if you wanted to. I-90 from Gillette to Rapid Has whiteout conditions in places and snowing fairly hard in Gillette. Thank you, Chip, for that. That's the one drawback of our radar in New Underwood, is that it can't reach. I want to point this out for folks that are in Gillette, Campbell County, or northeastern Wyoming, because this is important. If it is snowing out in Campbell County, a lot of these cloud decks are pretty low to the ground. And you have your radar beam that shoots out from New Underwood, and it can't get past the Black Hills. Or it's very, very high up in the atmosphere, so it just continues going up and up in the atmosphere, and it misses some of these snow showers that are lower to the ground. So if you're in Gillette and it's snowing, and you're like, why doesn't it show on a radar? It's because those snow showers are close to the ground. It's a very important report. I appreciate that, Chip. What did I say about 85? You went to... Okay, so, yeah, 85. Sorry, excuse me. I got distracted with 212. 85, you're not traveling either. You should not be on 85 north of Belfouche. It's blizzard warnings right there. There's Belfouche, there's 85, up to Buffalo, all the way up North Dakota. Blizzard warnings go until Friday morning, all the way up here. Roads are to put it lightly, garbage. The visibility is garbage out there. You will not see where you are going. You may have some sections of road where it's relatively clear, and then boom, you'll get into a certain valley, you'll get into kind of a microclimate that's not favorable, and it will divert winds to a certain area, and you are just in total whiteout conditions. This goes all the way until Friday morning. Best time to drive to Sioux Falls. Yeah, I think at this point, waiting until Saturday to drive to Sioux Falls is the best option at this point. Giving time for, they're going to need time to clean up the accidents. Forget about plowing the snow. They're going to have to pull vehicles off the interstate at this point. So many people were out on the interstate when this started. Can we travel? Yes. So Rapid City itself, again, the I-90 corridor, I want to really emphasize this. I-90 corridor between Rapid City and Spearfish has a winter weather advisory for blowing snow and for not great travel conditions. If you need to go somewhere, you can. Downtown Rapid City is relatively clear. You actually have relatively good driving conditions in downtown Rapid City. Same thing for the Black Hills. You're looking at Hill City, Silver City, Keystone. Hardly issues there. I'm constantly getting updates. Meteorologist Anna Hamlin. Deadwood Volunteer Fire Department responded to a fire alarm. Whew. These fires are becoming more frequent too. Keep your space heaters away from any objects, by the way. It's going to get very hot. Do not use your ovens to heat your home, so on and so forth. Just common sense stuff. Sorry, I'm getting distracted here. Rapid City, the Spearfish, you're going to have some blowing snow. You're going to have moments of low visibility. But for now, it's just under a winter weather advisory. But you need to have a winter kit with you wherever you're going. Because even if you break down in Rapid City, it's negative 40 to negative 50 wind chill as we approach tomorrow morning. You know, that's pretty serious. Yeah. The further outside of Rapid City you go, so as you approach Campbell and Catron, it starts getting a little bit more gnarly. Once you get out towards the airport, it really starts getting bad. And then you go east of the airport, forget it. Like scenic, no. These conditions are as bad, if not worse, than the blizzard conditions we saw last week. There's not any additional snowfall other than maybe an inch or two at best, but we don't need any of that. It's so cold and it's so windy that it doesn't matter. It's a visibility problem. You can't see. It doesn't matter if you have four-wheel drive if you can't see where you're going. Yeah, 44. 44 is a mess east of town. You go east of Hermosa on 40 down to Red Shirt. This right now it's just under a winter weather advisory. I still wouldn't advise it. I just wouldn't advise it. There's not a lot of service out there. If you get stuck, not well traveled all the time, I would stick, if you have to travel, stick to well traveled roads where someone might see you or you can flag someone down. Sundance, the interstate through Crook County, just because it's in a winter weather advisory doesn't mean you're still not going to have some bad conditions, especially this gap between Spearfish and Sundance, this gap between the Bear Lodge Mountains and the northern Black Hills, kind of this pass. It can get real gnarly in that area. The winds tend to whip around up there. Let's see. I had to drive West Road to Rat Valley to see. So yeah, again, Rapid City, you can get around town. You need to get around town, you can get around town in Rapid City. You need to get around town Sturgis, you can do so. You need to get around town Spearfish, you can do so, but use caution. Use caution. We got Fairburn, Buffalo Gap, Hot Springs. Those areas are okay. Need to travel to Denver? I would not do it today. I'd wait till tomorrow, and I would take the route down to the southwest. Just keep in mind, forecasted wind chill factors in Lusk, Wyoming, expected to get to -70. If you have any concern about the efficacy of your vehicle making it, don't travel anywhere, let alone to Denver. This is not a time to be testing your vehicle. All right, here we go. You may have just changed something here. All right, see, as we're watching here, look how they're changing up these warnings. There we go. It still goes to 5 o'clock in the morning. National Weather Service is on their game. Yeah, Box Elder is not good right now. What about Box Elder? My son has to come home to Rapid. So if you're in Box Elder and you need to get to Rapid City, it's the further west you can go, the better. Use all the caution. Use extreme caution. As you're coming out of Box Elder, you got some terrible conditions out there, really bad. If you must come home to Rapid City, stick to, I would not take 1469. I wouldn't use the service road. I would stick to I-90 if you could. I believe it's still open if you go west of Box Elder into Rapid City. Just have a winter kit with you, and you need to travel assuming you're going to get stuck. As terrible as that sounds, assume you're going to get stuck and have what you would want with you if you were to get stuck in these conditions. A full fuel tank is a must. Yeah, stay home. Conditions improve a lot by Saturday. Temperatures get above zero. Winds start to die down a little bit, and then we get a little bit more windy for Christmas Day, but the winds are bringing in warmer temperatures, so temperatures will shoot up into the mid to upper 40s for portions of our area. So the great thaw is coming. 40s and 50s are expected next week. If we could just hang on, just hang on for these warmer days ahead, and you can do all the traveling you want and go see everyone Christmas Day. If you want to go travel and see your folks on Christmas Day, you can do that. It's going to be warm, and the roads will be much, much better by Sunday particularly. It's going to be really nice conditions. Maybe some rain and snow showers. Again, rain showers. Can you even fathom that? Rain showers are in the forecast for Sunday for portions of the Black Hills. Yeah, it's all about the layers of clothing. I was just stuck in. Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue putting this forecast together for this evening. Next 24, 48 hours, check on your neighbors if you can. Not if you have to go out in the blizzard conditions, though. You know, if you can call them, send them a text, make sure heater's running and everything like that. Because on top of this, even if we didn't have the blizzard conditions, this cold everywhere is going to be bitter. I would leave a drip on the faucet, or somewhere, if you don't trust your piping in your place, insulate it if you haven't already. It's that kind of cold. So, Jane, I left base around 2:30. It is horrific out there. The base is not plowing. The roundabout, the main gate is almost blocked. Highway 1416 through Box Elder is terrible. Stay safe out there. Drive slow. Put your flag. Thank you, Jane, for that. Okay. I think we'll go ahead and end it there. But if you have snow reports, keep sending them in. They're so useful. Thank you so much. For those that have been sending in those reports. I'm thinking of the folks stuck on I-90 right now. Best thing to do is to not panic. What you need to do is conserve, insulate. Conserve your gas, turn on the vehicle if you need to warm it up a little bit, but don't leave it on the whole time. If snow starts piling up, gets drifting up against your vehicle, you do have to make sure that the exhaust to your vehicle is cleared out. You got to clear that out because otherwise the exhaust gets pushed back into the vehicle. You don't want that. That's bad. Make sure that the exhaust port is cleared, and keep your phone charged if you can, if you got a phone charger. If you don't in your vehicle, save the battery on your phone. Keep your phone warm as well. Keep your phone close to you because a cold battery drains much faster than a warm battery on a phone. So I would keep the messages to text messages, just keep the battery up and running. So that's what we're going to do. Okay? If you don't have to travel, stay home. This is not a sightseeing tour. We hope folks are okay that are stuck. There are a lot of people that are stuck out there. There's probably people watching this that are stuck. And just stay warm. Make sure that you are doing everything you can to warn others not to come out there at this point, because that'll rescuers right now. I'm sure rescue is on their way to some of these locations, but the less people we have out there, the more likely that you'll be rescued sooner. Is the case. So, okay. We'll end it there. We're going to talk more about this as we get towards News Center 1 at 5:30 and 6. Lots to talk about there. And we'll go from there. Okay. Be safe. Be good. Stick with News Center 1. We'll give you guys the weather updates.